I'm here recording the theme song for Disney's Kim Possible.
I'm your basic average girl, and I'm here to save the world. You can't stop me cause I'm Kim Possible.
He better call, and he better have a good explanation. Look at me.
Pick it up slow, roll it all around, hook it out like a back row.
Paris Morgan, who played by Christina Milian, really captures that early 2000s vibe of the ultimate it girl. Christina Milian was born on September 26, 1981 in Jersey City, New Jersey, but she was raised in Maryland. Christina is a Cuban American, which her real name is Christina Flores, but she decided to go with her mother's maiden name, Milian, hoping it could lead to more acting opportunities for her.
You changed your name originally when you started this acting thing.
Yes.
You were Christina
Flores.
Flores at first.
That's my dad's, from my dad's name. And
Yeah.
then when I first started my career, it was really difficult because I'm Hispanic. And when I got to Hollywood, I can go anyway. I'm Black Hispanic, so I go for all types of roles.
Right.
But I couldn't go for a Latina role because they said I didn't look Latina enough. And then for a Black role, they were like, well, her last name is Flores, so we don't even want to see her. So one day my mom and I were sitting, brainstorming, we're like, let's change the last name. And Milian is my mom's last name, actually. So it was sitting there. It was a great name. We didn't even think about it.
At just 19 years old, she signed a contract with Def Soul and dropped her self-titled debut album in 2001, which included songs like AM to PM.
Somebody hit the lights so we can rock it day and night. People get it down, that's right. From AM to PM.
And When You Look at Me.
Tell me, who do you think you see? He's standing in your corner looking out on me.
Which got a lot of playtime and really helped her shine as a new talent in the music scene. Her success in music really opened up opportunities for her in other areas of entertainment, including acting. Christina Milian made her transition into acting, playing the iconic role of Paris Morgan in the 2003 teen movie Love Don't Cost a Thing. This role really showcased her acting skills and helped her connect with a larger audience. Because of that, she ended up getting more roles in movies and TV shows. When it came to Miss Paris Morgan, just know the boys wanted her and the girls wanted to be just like her. She was that girl, okay? As the queen bee of the school, no one, and I mean no one in that school was really seeing her. Not even those fake friends she had. Child. Paris Morgan was a fashionable and well-liked cheerleader who finds herself in a pretty interesting situation with Alvin Johnson, the main guy in the movie portrayed by Nick Cannon. Love Don't Cost a Thing really shares a classic message about staying true to who you really are. This movie explores the journey of navigating popularity and the importance of being yourself. In the movie, Alvin gets a makeover to blend in with the popular crowd, all thanks to Paris. He wanted to be a part of the cool kids.
I wish that I could be like the cool kids.
As Alvin became more popular, he started to drift away from who he really was, picking up habits that just didn't feel like him anymore.
Oh, pops, moms, what's the deal? Hey, yo, no time for the biddles. I gotta do my third thizzle.
Look, Alvin, I think you're starting to feel yourself a little too much.
Who told you that, Walter? I do not do that. My mother said you'll go blind.
Whatever.
The movie really shows how your worth and happiness comes from being authentic.
Paris Morgan is the popular girl of every school. She's got money, she's got style, she's got tons of friends. She's kind of like the it girl. Look at me. And she's the girl that Alvin is admiring throughout the whole movie, and a couple other guys too.
Paris is one of the elite girls. Alvin is one of the dorks.
He finds out that she is in desperate need of some help with her car that she wrecked.
$3,000?
Alvin knows a lot about cars.
And Alvin comes in to save the day. He bribes me to go out with him, and this is what starts up the whole movie. I'll fix your mom's car if you go out with me for 2 weeks.
Because in high school, who you hang out with gives you a certain respect at school.
She hooks him up, gives him a makeover. Everybody else likes him too. He becomes popular.
It kind of gets to his head because people are starting to feel him. He's showing up at school and parties. They loving him.
Dang, look at you. Of course, in the end, she finds herself starting to like Alvin. I was thinking that maybe we should still hang out sometime, you know?
As friends, you're a great listener.
By the time Paris really starts digging him, he's over her and he's ready to be this Mr. Cool dude.
Al, I need to talk to you.
Don't you see grown men are talking here? Bounce. Giddy up.
Did you just see how he just dogged Paris? Mm-hmm. Look at him standing there looking better than a butter leather Prada bag.
Me and Christina was cool. I don't think my relationship with Christina was any different than any other guy's relationship with their girl. Most dudes don't want to be in relationships. Bottom line, you can have the baddest chick in the world, which Christina was. But it's still at the same day, it's like our testosterone won't allow us to just buckle down and be like, all right, I'm gonna be in a relationship. So, you know, me being young, me saying, look, I want to be out there and, you know, do my thing, but I was in love with it. So it that was at the beginning, that's where it all started, you know, the conflict for me, to where it's like, all right, what do I do? How do I do this? I probably didn't handle it the best way I should have handled it. And I ended up, you know, getting out there and wilding a little bit. But nobody saw me cheating. You know what I mean? I ain't get caught. So don't take my playing card. I just, you know, I kind of gracefully bowed out of the situation.
Paris Morgan's fashion style really embraces those bold and trendy looks that turned her into a style icon of the 2000s. She was rocking fitted skirts, blazers, low-rise jeans, as well as cute crop tops. Her hair definitely played a huge part in her iconic looks, just like her outfits. She always looked amazing, no matter if her hair was straight, in a updo, or full of bouncy curls. She was definitely a trendsetter. Her role as Paris Morgan in Love Don't Cost a Thing remains one of her most iconic roles, but there's so much more to her career than just that.
My mom used to actually be my stylist. She styled me in a movie that I did called Love Don't Cost a Thing. And like people love that movie.
Like there are videos going viral of these kind of styles you're wearing.
Yeah, yeah. They
like people love it now.
Yeah, it's cool. And I still
Like
have those
your mom
outfits.
styled it?
My mom styled it. She like went. She was
That's
supposed to go to
iconic.
school for fashion, but she was able to kind of live out that dream of styling through and like fashion through me, and as well like my dancers and stuff. And
Yeah.
then eventually even in movies. So
Yeah.
Christina Milian is a talented actress, singer, and songwriter. She kicked off her professional music journey on the rapper Ja Rule's second studio album, released on June 16, 2000, with the song Between Me and You.
Every little thing that we do should be between me and you.
Christina Milian's second studio album, It's About Time, was released in 2004 with her lead single Dip It Low. That was a cute bop, okay?
Don't play with me right now. This is my chance.
Dip it low, pick it up slow, roll it all around, poke it out like your back broke. Pop, pop, pop that thing. I'ma show you how to make your man say, oh. She also had other hits like Say I,
I'ma make a way, got something to prove, and you feel the same way. Say I.
Whatever You Want,
You want, I got it. Whatever you need, that's me.
Liar,
Back and forth with my conscience. Back and forth with that bullshit.
Gonna Tell Everybody,
All the tears I cried, thought we was gonna
and many more. Christina wrote the song called Play that was gave to Jennifer Lopez.
come on, play that song. Play it all night long.
I didn't realize how many songs that you co-wrote, and you wrote a lot of songs.
Well, a lot of the songs that I wrote early on were songs that I wrote for myself. So like for people like Jennifer Lopez,
Right.
That was a song I originally wrote for myself.
Play, correct?
Yes, Play.
Yep.
A song called Play. As far as Justin Bieber, that was the thing that my ex-husband at the time, I was pregnant with my daughter, and it was one of those things that he asked me to like get on board to write with him. So that worked out for the song Baby.
It must be noted that you wrote two massive hits, Play for Jennifer Lopez and then Baby for Justin Bieber. And I didn't realize that you wrote Play at 19 years old. Were you ever regretful that you didn't record it? Well, I mean, you did record the chorus.
Come on, play that song. Play it
wrote the song in like 15 minutes. And it was a joke to me a little bit because it was like, I had just started to become a writer and I just did a lot of rhymes. And I was like, it's like a Dr. Seuss rhyme. And I told my mom, I was like, here, come listen. And she's like, no, I love it. I love it. So I go to the studio, I record the song. And in that same week, I had also written and recorded AM to PM. So I was like, oh, two party songs on one album. I bet the label's not going to like it. Send it to the label. They were like, all right, it's cool. But I was like, yep, we got AM to PM. I was like, AM to PM is my jam. A month later, Tommy Mottola gets it for Jennifer. And next thing I know, she's going to New York. She's in New York. She's recording the song. I came in to help rewrite some of the stuff. And yes, I sing backgrounds in it.
Christina played in movies and TV shows, including Sister Sister.
Roger loves me. Hey, are you guys talking about Roger Evans? Yeah, he loves me. No, he doesn't. He loves me. What?
Man in the House, The Wood, American Pie, Baggage Claim.
What made me want to be part of Baggage Claim was definitely the cast. It was such a great cast. And then just the whole concept of just looking for love, searching for love, and just the comedic writing. They did such a great job. It was just funny. Every point of it was just, I was giggling the whole way as I was reading it and wondering what's going to happen next.
And The Voice.
Hey there, everyone. I'm Christina Milian, your social media correspondent for season 2 of The Voice.
She also was the lead actress in the movie Bring It On, Fight to the Finish.
This is sea lion territory. Don't ever shake your conceited jet butt over here again. Excuse me? Then who's supposed to show our school what a real squad looks like?
Not this mariachi band.
Oh, y'all so lucky I found Jesus. Hey, okay? I ain't use my hands.
Loving you eternally. Love is wicked. There's nothing about your love is wicked. Cry me a river, 'cause your love is wicked. Friends come around, say your love is wicked. But the kisses when you give, don't you know it's wicked? Wait for your call, 'cause your love is wicked. Can't skip at all, 'cause your love is wicked. Pain in my heart, 'cause your love is wicked. But the love when you give, don't you know it's wicked? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the 2 Netflix movies, Result to Love, and the new current Netflix movie, Meet Me Next Christmas. Christina Milian has 3 kids altogether. She has her oldest daughter named Violet that was born in 2010 with American singer, songwriter, and record producer The Dream.
With your ex-husband, The Dream, how do
Yes.
you guys manage, co-parenting across the country?
We have a really great friendship, and that was the one thing that I dreamed of. I knew our relationship didn't work out, but like my goal was to make sure that we had a good friendship going.
Yes.
And since then, everything's been really, really good. Like we managed to just travel back and forth. Sometimes I bring Violet over there, or maybe he'll fly over here. He brings she has a lot of siblings. So the siblings will come out here and come to see her. So we make it work. Most important thing is our daughter.
You guys were dating for a little over a year?
Yeah, it was like a little over a year. Mm-hmm.
And what happened to the breakup?
Well, I think it was definitely out in the media, what happened.
We don't believe the media, do we?
Yeah, well, it was just hard. I think what happened was I was just delivered different information by way of him about
Was he
what
cheating?
was
Were
going
you
on.
cheating?
I wasn't cheating. No, I wasn't cheating.
Okay.
No,
okay.
I was very much into the relationship, but I think he had other relationships going that I wasn't aware of.
Understood.
And still going, actually, that I wasn't aware of either.
Mm-hmm.
And so it got to the point where, enough is enough, and you have to do the right thing for yourself and move on. And it can be hard. I was definitely really heartbroken. It took me a second. You remember you saw me? I had cut my hair, and you were like, "Girl, why'd you cut your hair?" I went through it for a second. It was like really rough on me, and I was like, I just need a big change because I was so into it. I've never loved anyone the way that I love Wayne. I've never had anyone understand me the way that he has.
And I was like, Lord, all right, I'm going to get rid of all this poisonous, toxic stuff. I'm going to focus on the good. And I was just prayed up because I was getting tired of being lonely. All that other stuff, like partying and doing all the fun stuff, it's cool and all, and it's good. Some of it goes well for career.
Yeah.
But some of it just doesn't really add up. And when you actually kind of like eliminate some of that and sacrifice certain things so that you can receive the thing that you really would like, it works out.
How hard was it to accept that real love?
The first thing is loving yourself and knowing what you deserve.
Right.
And to be honest with you, it's like I'm 30 at the time. I was 35, 36. I have a kid, everything. I'm like, I deserve this. I did pray on it, and I have faith.
Your
so
heart
that
was
faith,
open.
yes, my heart was open, and my faith was like just strong.
Christina is currently married to a French singer named Matt. They have two kids together. Their first son was born in 2020, and they welcomed their second son in 2021.
How are you managing all these things at the same time?
The way that I manage all of these things, I come from I'm a Cuban girl, Cuban background, family that, that escaped Cuba to come to America to make a better life for me and my family, and that's the way I see it. I saw my parents work hard. They were 17, 18 years old when they had me. My dad had three jobs at a time. My mom, same thing, raising three girls, taking us to so many different. I can't even imagine doing the things that she did in my in my time. Watching them do that, just kind of like it's ingrained in me. And also, my dad and my mom, just they would talk to me in these powerful conversations about what I can be and that nothing is impossible. As long as I believe it's very natural for me. It feels very natural how it all falls into place.
Christina Milian is aging backwards. She looks good. She is 43 years old and she looks amazing. Being in your 40s and still looking like you're in your 20s is a major flex. Christina Milian is the definition of being a it girl. Her beauty, her influence, her acting, her singing, her songwriting skills, her fashion style is unforgettable. Just know her talent speaks for itself, period. Kim Parker, played by the talented Countess Vaughn, was born on August 8th, 1978. She's known for her skills as both an actress and a singer. She started her amazing career when she was just a kid, showcasing her singing talent on the TV talent show Star Search. At just 9 years old, her incredible voice and engaging stage presence totally wowed the judges and the crowd, helping her take home the title of Junior Vocalist Champion in 1988. This win was a huge moment for her, and it opened up doors for her future in the entertainment world. After making her mark in the singing world, Countess Vaughn decided to dive into acting, and it turned out to be a really smart and successful move. She got her first big acting gig when she joined the cast in the fourth season of the popular NBC sitcom 2000’S.
And this must be Brenda. Yes, ma'am. Hi. Brenda, this should be fun. Do you like music? Oh, I love music. Good. I brought my entire collection of the three Bs. What group is that? Bach, Beethoven, and Brahms. Well, I like rap, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Oh, honey, you'll grow out of it.
She brought the character Alexandria to life, showcasing her acting and sense of humor. She may not have been on that show for long, but it really just helped her improve her skills and catch some attention in the entertainment scene. However, being on that show affected her self-esteem.
We were talking about insecurities. Mine came from a very young age. Being on the set of 227 and you actually hearing an adult talk about the way you look. She fat. She's black. She's ugly. So that played in on my psyche for a long time. When I was a little girl on the set of 227, there were certain people on there that, it just wasn't cool. One of the characters not liking me because I was fat. Black. And ugly. Didn't know I heard her. But she was older. She came from a different era.
That is so sad. I could just imagine what she was feeling and going through as a child. Overhearing a grown adult, someone you work with and look up to, talking about you like that. Even now on social media, when it comes to these celebrity kids, just seeing adults, grown adults in the comment section speaking about kids, like that's so weird to me. Speaking on a child that can't even defend themselves. Like, no, like, seriously, no. Back in 1992, she released her debut album named Countess, which featured a mix of R&B and dance tracks that truly showcase her versatility as a performer. The lead single, which is a cover of James Brown's It's a Man's World, made its way into the top 100 of the Billboard R&B and hip hop songs charts. Even though the album didn't achieve massive commercial success, it still played a key role in getting her notice in the music world. Countess' acting career really began to gain momentum as she earned several guest roles in different TV shows. Those appearances really helped her build a solid portfolio and grab the attention of casting directors and producers.
You can't come at her with that weak game. Do a math problem for a help her out.
She has a real talent for comedy and the way she connects with the audience. She really put in the effort and it definitely paid off when she landed her big role in the classic UPN TV show Moesha. Mo to the E to the Mo to the A E to the. Countess joined the Moesha cast in 1996 through 1999 as Kim Parker, and she really captured the hearts of the viewers right away. She truly brought Kim to life in such a funny and heartfelt way, connecting with the audience and showcasing her talent as an actress. Countess was honored with the NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. When I was growing up, I was a fan of Kim and still is. It's crazy to me because she was not even big at all. But I know back in the day, it was just different. Any female over the size 2 was considered big. That's crazy. Like, what? Child.
Girl, you wearing that she-devil costume.
Yeah, it looks like you're losing weight.
Now, why is that a compliment?
I was just saying that your costume makes you look slimmer. Who says being a size 6, 4, or a 0 makes you attractive? Who says being a size 6, 4, or a 0 makes you attractive? You don't get it, do you? It's not about my weight. I'm secure with myself. I just don't appreciate my so-called friends talking about me. Kim, we are your friends.
Yeah, through thick and thin.
I know what you meant, and I know what you did, and I would never talk about my friends behind their backs.
I know she felt some type of way from being talked about as a child to being fat shamed on Moesha. Baby girl could not catch a break. At the end of the day, she was that girl, okay? She was that girl, and people knew that, and that's why they was hating, period.
Because we were 15 years old, and these adults were coming in on an argument that, would have blown over, but it didn't because of the outside and the media.
I'm sure at one point or another we pretty much all called each other.
With Brandy, I saw the good, the bad, the ugly, the lovely. You're going to discover every mood somebody has.
Why did Moesha end? Because I always heard this rumor that Brandy, she was beefing with the girl that played Kim on the show.
Countess Vaughn, it didn't, there was definitely friction. Definitely. There was times on the set where they had an argument once or twice. And they got over it. You know what I'm saying? People argue. It's part of, they but I'm gonna keep it real. Countess Vaughn was funny. She was hilarious. And they needed her on the show. So she had a right to beef. She had a right to speak her mind. She had a right to whatever happened. I'm sure that she was frustrated enough to where it exploded. But Countess was so dope and so much of a great actress and so funny, they gave her own show. They said, you know what? They're not getting along. Let's give her own show. She talking that shit like she can hold it down, and she rocked for 5 years. She did 100 episodes.
The new Vibe magazine. I don't know how much this is real. You know how magazines are.
Yes,
They said,
magazines, tabloids, they always stretch things out.
and they said that you two are not getting along, and that would be a shame because to be on a show, a hit black show like that, because when two people and the two lead characters on the show ain't getting along, it's a long year.
Oh, it's some drama, but no. Basically, Brandy and I, we are good friends. We're like sisters. And what happens is, in a family, people, get into arguments and then they get back together. It's, that's the way it happens. I mean, it happens in families.
Yeah, my family,
But I
my
love
family,
her.
my family
I
shot
love
at me.
B. I love you, girl.
So that's good.
I love you, booby.
All right.
Yeah. That's my girl.
Like all situations, if you're growing like a family, people bump heads, whether it's sisters, brothers, and everybody was growing into these huge stars, and fans pick favorites. People loved Lamont. People loved Countess for what she did. Countess was such a dope character as Kim Parker because she gave you that hood girl essence. So a lot of our fans, some of them related to Brandy, but more of them related to Countess because we have more of that hood essence in LA and all these places that we're representing and around the world. I mean, hoods and hood girls are everywhere. Everybody loves a hood chick. So she was more that character. So her character became huge and an important part. Then we also had real young ladies who were coming into themselves on a set where we spent a lot of time together. It's almost like the real world. You put people in the real world, eventually a couple of those characters are bumping heads. So it was like, it was what it was. I think it was growing pains. I think Brandy, as a young lady with so much success and going through so many things and a lot of pressure on her, all of us with a lot of pressure, it only takes certain things to make people snap off on each other. It wasn't something that was often, but it did happen. I think the ladies being young were a big reason that it happened. If they were as mature as they are now, and they've gotten past it, I think now everybody's cool. We did our reunion.
Her role in Moesha really helped her establish herself in the entertainment industry and open up some exciting new opportunities, including her very own spin-off show, The Parkers. Kim Parker was such a hit with viewers that it inspired a spin-off series called The Parkers, which kicked off in 1999 through 2004. The show focused on Kim Parker and her mom, Nikki Parker, who was brought to life by the talented comedian and actress Monique. This was a huge moment for Countess, moving from a supporting role on Moesha to taking the lead in her very own show. The chemistry between Monique and the rest of the cast really helped make the show popular and kept people coming back for more. Countess really showed off her comedic skills and the audience loved her character. The show dealt with different social issues in a funny and caring way, which is why it was so popular on TV. One thing I didn't like about her character is how they dumbed Kim Parker character down.
I know this is your first day and all, but how about lunch tomorrow?
Lunch? I'd love to, but I don't eat lunch.
Okay. How about dinner?
Okay.
Would you mind not telling?
Shag,
How'd you know that's what I was gonna say?
I've been reading mine since I was little. I'm a psycho.
TV shows broadcasted dumb characters because they was funnier. They did the same with Junior character from My Wife and Kids.
Wisdom. Okay. Open the door, close the door. I am so confused. Lost in the friction of life. No, I have never read a dictionary in my life. Quite scary. Mary, quite contrary. Isn't it? But my head is big with wisdom. 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 Wiki, wisdom.
Cole character from Martin.
This is sweet right here. You know, for when Coley Cole has some company over, right? Boom! Guest bedroom right here.
No, y'all, but look at this. This is nice.
Chelsea character from That's So Raven.
Yes, I am getting something. Wait. Yes, it's a name. Yes, and it starts with an A. Okay, a B? You know, maybe it was a C. D, E, F, G, H, I, J, yes. Yes, I was actually going to say that first, but I didn't want to freak you out.
When it came to Kim's hair and fashion, yeah, let's talk about it. 2 words, that girl. People are still talking about it to this day. Her style was all about colorful clothes, creative accessories, and a sense of boldness. She tried out different hairstyles that really showed off her unique style. She had everything from box braids to high ponytails to big bouncy curls and highlights. Her hair and clothes matched her personality. Kim Parker was an icon, okay? Countess really opened up about her lows that she personally dealt with.
You were on the brinks of just getting the Parkers, just booking the Parkers,
Yes.
and you found yourself pregnant.
I would want to say like second episode I found out. And so I had to, and I was even, talking to the producers because at the same time, Britney Spears' sister had announced that she was pregnant.
But they would have fired
And I'm thinking, right.
or wrote you off.
And, in so many words, I didn't tell them I was pregnant, but he kind of hinted, one of the producers, he was like, her show will be off in a minute, and she's white. And sure enough, it was gone. Child, it's a trip. The way Hollywood is, once they are done with you, they are done with you. That's just the way it is. And you have given your life to them, your career. You've sacrificed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, it is what it is. So
but thank
that's
God,
why I just
thank God
no,
that
go
you
ahead.
were okay. You said you did it at home yourself.
Yes, I sure did. And, I thank God that I was able to have babies afterwards. I was able to have my son and my daughter. But yeah, it was just like, a panic thing. Like, I have this show on my shoulders. It's successful, fight or flight. And I went in there and did what I had to do. Now, there was damage where I could not have my babies naturally, but that was all. God stepped in and took care of me. When I was 18 years old, I had an abortion. But I did it the wrong way.
What's the wrong way, Count?
I handled it by myself.
You did what? You did it yourself?
I took care of it by myself.
With what?
Oh my gosh.
Thank God you're alive.
What did you use, Countess?
Certain medicines. The boobs are mine, but the butt is not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. I had to do that. I was like, ooh, because they used to clown me on the show. They'd be like, you a black girl in Jennifer Von Noise, but it's bigger than yours. And she's a black girl.
What was bigger than all of ours?
Right. And that used to bother the heck out of me. That used to be the joke all the time.
Really?
All the time.
Did that really play on yourself with white chocolate? That's what they used to call her, white chocolate.
White chocolate.
Did that really play on your self-esteem?
It sure did.
Wow.
It sure did.
I never knew that.
Because I was like, I'm a black girl and I'm supposed to have a big butt. You fall into these stereotypes. You feel like,
yeah,
I'm supposed to have this. And it didn't happen. And then you see all the attention that she would get for having it. I mean, yeah, they would lose their mind.
Yeah.
I'm like, ass is everything. Look at this. I'm really interested in what my voice can do and why I'm having this hoarseness all the time.
You know how you get swelling in other parts of your body from the thyroid? The vocal cords are no different. And when they get too swollen, they don't transmit sound well, and that's why you can sound kind of hoarse when you have a thyroid condition.
It was my thyroid. A lot of damage has been done, and it's sad. Will I always be hoarse, or
think just given your history and the extent of the thyroid disease that you've had, it's not realistic to think that you'll have a perfect high-pitched voice again, just because of the scoring that's going on the voice box.
Okay.
I know it's an emotional thing for you.
Yeah, it wasn't what I expected to hear from you. I thought you would say, oh, I'm going to give you something that's going to go away. And
yeah.
Okay. This is a lot to take in. Wow. The thyroid has always affected my life, some type of way, but now it's affecting my singing.
We got to 5 years. 110 episodes, me and a beautiful young lady named Countess Vaughn, who was my baby to this day. Once we got to the 5 years, my attorney, and the agents said, oh, Parker's made money. Y'all gonna get paid from the Parkers. It's made money. Okay. Years go by. By 2004, the Parkers, we went off the air in 2004, right? In 5 years, by 2009, the Parkers had made $800 million.
You're like, oh, yeah.
Stay with me.
Money. Yeah.
Hey, come on. Hey, yeah. All right. Okay, because we're waiting to get this money, Santa. Check is coming. We get a call. We got to do an audit, and everything. Okay. And that was in 2009 that it made $800 million. Okay. We're now in 2024. And they're trying to convince Countess Vaughn and I that show made no money.
No.
They're trying to convince us that a show that cost roughly $65 million to make. In our last year of shooting the Parkers, Countess Vaughn and I made $55,000 apiece.
That's it? How much were you making an episode?
$55,000 an episode.
Okay, so how many episodes did you shoot that last
5 years? That last year, we shot 22 episodes.
Okay.
We made $55,000 apiece at the end of a top-rated sitcom.
Hold on. Time out. Are you saying you made $55,000 for 22 episodes, or are you saying you made $55,000 per episode? Because I want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly.
Let me make sure you hear me correctly. We did 22 episodes.
Yes.
We were paid $55,000 per episode.
Okay.
For 22 shows.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
That's on a hit show.
Right.
That is unheard of.
Yeah.
Because we're two Black women, I don't know to fight for it.
Right.
Countess is a baby in this business. So I don't know to say that.
We should be making $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 an episode.
So now today, y'all want to convince us that show made no money? That show has made over $2 billion, and I'm guesstimating. And you want to convince us that our percentage, we made no money? We can't allow that to happen.
Right.
That's why we're fighting. That's why we're saying, no, guys, we can't sit on our hands like that.
Right.
You know how many of us, when you watch Good Times, when you watch The Jeffersons, when you watch Sanford and Son, whose family is benefiting from our images? Because it damn sure ain't ours.
Yo.
Anything that's wrong, you make right.
You make it right.
You always here by my side. Hold you in my arms when you're so late, right? I love you, sweet darling, when you. I think you know me very well. But you don't know me. I'ma give you what you really want. I pick you right up.
Freaky, like the one that's ever made you feel. Oh, no.
Don't you know I wanna freak you, baby? Freak you. Yeah.
Kim Parker will always be remembered as an icon.
I'm new, cause I always rock the new shits. Thank you.
Lauren London is the definition of an it girl with her gorgeous beauty, amazing acting skills, and captivating presence. She is that girl, period. Lauren London embodies strength, individuality, and the importance of authenticity, truly making her an icon. Lauren was born on December 5th, 1984 in Los Angeles, California. She has an African-American mother and a Jewish father.
So you an LA girl?
Yeah.
Why do people think you from New York?
I don't know. Do people think I'm from New York?
Yes.
People think I'm from Atlanta.
Well, because you was in that movie, but they think that you from New York, they think you Dominican Republican, and they think you from Atlanta.
No.
Tell them where you from.
I'm from Los Angeles, California, and I am black and white. Simple, easy, straight to the point. I grew up I was the only child, and it was just me and my mom. My dad lived in another state for all of my life, really. You know, my mom was in an extremely abusive relationship when I was growing up, so I witnessed a lot of abuse, and he was very abusive to me as well. My mom had a really horrible boyfriend, and that was really tough. So I would escape in my mind a lot, and I cultivated my relationship with God in those times too.
How old were you? What age are we talking about?
9, 10.
So this is the same time that you're around your mother brought you to Agape.
Yes.
You're in that.
So my mom went to Agape, kind of seeking peace from what
The
she
abuse.
was going through. Yep.
Who little Lauren was back in the day?
Oh my goodness. Really young. I think just extremely sweet and kind and observant. And then life got really tricky and some traumas got introduced to me really early on. I would say around 7. I could say I had my first big trauma experience. And so I built up a big old wall and just got a little bit tougher. And I feel like I was categorized as a real feisty, spicy, sassy child.
Yeah.
But now with my knowledge on just like trauma and fear and protecting myself, I realized that it was just me protecting myself.
Yeah.
But I was always very aware of God, extremely, I could feel energy early on. I was a dreamer early on. I was very extremely connected to, you know, the spirit world very early. And yeah, I just wanted to like do good in the world as a kid. And I think life kind of took me off that path. And then I found my way back. But it was single mom. She had a lot of jobs. My dad didn't live in the city. And it was just us.
Yeah.
Thugging. I didn't have a really good, strong sense of self-worth. And so, you know, kids, I think children internalize everything when they're really young. And then around adolescent, people always think adolescents are so troubled. But that's when you start to express everything you've internalized, that age. And so around like 14, 15, I started to express everything I had internalized. And, you know, I started to drink and smoke and skip school or not go to school, you know, completely not go to school at all. And I got kicked out of high school. And I went from like an honors student, which is like, you know, very magnet and all these AP classes, to never going back to school because my anger was starting to come out from everything I had went through. Where for me, I used to like ready to fight.
Who was you fighting?
Oh my God. Myself mostly, but you know what I mean? Anything, anybody, like anything would piss me off. And I'd be like, well, what were we going to do with it? You want to fight? No, cool. Shut it up. Like, you know what I mean? That was always instead of like talking things out, I'd be like, are we fighting? No, so shut the fuck up.
You got kicked out of high school?
Yes.
What'd you do to get kicked out of high school?
Just they had like this tardy policy, and I was always tardy and bitching.
Her natural beauty and charisma really grabbed the attention of music video directors.
How long have you been in the industry? Like, what, over like 15
Well,
years?
I
Right?
started doing like videos around like 17.
It's for real here?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Neptunes presents The Combs.
Lauren London breakout year came in 2006, where she made her television debut on the sitcom Everybody Hates Chris.
Hey, I'm Monet. This is Aisha, and this is Kiki. We saw the limo, so we had to hop in it. Where y'all about to go?
A funeral.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who died?
My husband.
Okay, well, when y'all get back, and if y'all not taking the limo, can we take it to the club?
Okay.
How did you get into acting? Like, what was your journey to
What
get
was
to that
my
point?
journey? I started off in music videos.
Oh.
I was a production assistant. Actually, I was a PA for a music video and commercial production office.
Okay.
And then I was Paul Hunter's assistant who directed commercials and music videos. So I was in a lot of his videos and one or two commercials. And then I got let go from the job because I wasn't a really great assistant. And I realized that my mom really gave me like an ultimate, like, you have to figure out what you want to do with your
Yeah.
life. And if you really did want to act, you need to get serious about it.
What age was this?
18.
Okay.
18, I would say.
Mhm.
And so I started taking acting classes. Like that was like the first thing to do was to just stay in class.
Yeah.
And so I was in class like Wednesdays and Fridays from like 6 p.m. to midnight, like closed in classes. And then actually one of the guys that I worked with at the production office was Chris Robinson's assistant. His name is Carl. And I found out that Chris Robinson was directing a movie that was going to in turn be ATL.
Okay.
And so I was like, Carl, you have to give me an audition. I've been doing acting classes.
Yeah.
Like, please, 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 please. Long story short, they got me an audition. It took like 4 hours to get to the audition because my car stopped on the way there. It was just like a tragic, horrifying.
A movie in itself.
It was a movie in itself.
I have another rumor for you.
Okay.
You were 4 hours late for your ATL film audition.
That's
Really?
real.
Oh,
That's
how
real.
did that work? What happened?
Girl, the car, I had this raggedy little car. It was 100 degrees outside. The car was making this noise. It wasn't that 405 was closed. Big old mess. And when I got in, they actually said, you can come back tomorrow. And I guess the look on my face was like, I'm not making it tomorrow. You have to see me today. And so then auditioned for ATL, did a screen test. The casting director on ATL gave me, set up meetings for me to get an agent. And then after, I just was working after that.
Lauren London starred in her first movie playing the role of Erin Garnett, aka Miss Nunu.
I'm new, because I always rock the new shit. Thank you.
A girl from a wealthy family who hides her true identity to fit in with the urban culture she admires. This movie really changed her life. People were super impressed with her performance in ATL. Everyone was talking about how she really added depth and authenticity to her character. The chemistry she had with co-star T.I. really stood out, making their on-screen relationship feel real and believable. She received a nomination for Outstanding Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role at the Black Movie Awards.
Give me back my necklace.
No.
Give me my damn necklace back.
And this is your first movie?
Yes, this is my first movie, my first anything really.
So first premiere?
Yes.
So what's the experience like?
It's beautiful. I'm trying to take all of this in. It's amazing. I'm incredibly happy right now. Can you see I'm on cloud nine? I'm so happy.
So tell me about working on this film. I mean, you have to capture the spirit of Atlanta. What did you do to help do that?
I hung out with a lot of people from Atlanta. I talked to Tip about a lot of things. He was very open to just, educating us on what happens in Atlanta. We spent a month there before we did any shooting. Yeah, we partied with them, ate with them, and just tried our best to capture what we could.
is it true that your character's based on T-Boz when she was younger?
Yes, it was. I think a lot of her personality traits was based on T-Boz, and I got to talk to Tion about how she was at the skating rink and when she was younger, and she was very open to discussion. Yeah.
Oh, I would always go to this place called Jelly Beans. We actually have a movie me and Dallas Austin produced, executive produced, called ATL with T.I. and Lauren London. They're actually playing us, and that kind of represented Jelly Beans, the skating rink. And that's where I got a lot of my dance flavor from to bring to TLC.
Thank you to the city of Atlanta, because I feel like Atlanta has adopted me and welcomed me with such open arms since I've done the movie. Also, I didn't have the expectations of what it would be. I didn't know how anyone was going to perceive it. I just knew that while we were doing it, it felt really special. And I was hoping that that would convey. And that's how you know energy is everything, because the energy while we were shooting was so dynamic that it was felt. And Lotto just did what is it, like an honor to the movie ATL. She did so
Her whole
good.
creative's based
It
around
was just
it.
so
good.
cute and sweet and special. I bigged her up about that. So I'm honored that I can even be a part of anything that anyone is still appreciating today. So it's more of a humbling experience than anything.
Lauren London's success in the film really put her in the spotlight, opening up all kinds of new opportunities in the entertainment world. She landed roles in different TV shows and movies, really showing off her versatility and range as an actress. Back in 2007, she landed a role on the HBO comedy series Entourage. She was also part of the movie This Christmas, playing the role as Melanie Whitfield, aka Mel. Cammy in the movie I Love You, Beth Cooper. The character Christina was portrayed by her in the first season of the television series 90210. The character Ivy was portrayed by Lauren London in the 2009 film Next Day Air.
I'm glad you're in a good mood today. What's up, you're not mad at me no more?
I'm not, but I can't speak for Miss Jackson.
She appeared in Tyler Perry's Medea's Big Happy Family, which was released in 2011.
How hard is it, like, when you're supposed to be playing a character who isn't as sort of loud or sort of over the top as, like, the baby mama or anything else, to not just break out, like, during some of those scenes?
Laughing?
Yes.
Oh, I broke out laughing. It was just, I tried not to. It was really, really hard to keep a straight face, but there was a lot of times where I was like, and things are more funny when you're not supposed to laugh. You're supposed to be quiet. So.
Lauren London was a regular on the hit BET show The Game, from season 6 all the way to the series finale. She also co-starred in the movie Baggage Claim.
I play Paula Patton's younger sister who's getting married, and she feels the pressure of finding a date to my wedding in 30 days.
Both of them, as myself, were naturals. So that always brings another element. I mean, it's, you can be method. My generation, we went to school and majored in theater arts and took the steps opposed to the elevator. And this generation, I think, brings the magic of, not that you didn't go to school or study the arts, but there's a study over here and there's a natural over here. And I felt that they both did the lay work, but when they came to set, it was just natural. And it was very professional and it was beautiful. No,
that's like a major compliment coming from you.
Well, I pay attention.
In 2019, Lauren played the lead character, Vanessa King, in the BET show Games People Play. In the year 2021, she was the lead actress in the movie Without Remorse, and she was a part of the movie You People, which was released on Netflix in January 2023. Lauren has been working with Puma for quite some time now. Her first major project with Puma, the Forever Stronger collection, as a tribute to her late partner, Nipsey Hussle. She has continued her work with Puma by releasing her collection, Protect Your Peace, which focused on finding inner peace even when life gets tough. Lauren London is the mother of 2 boys. Her and Lil Wayne had a previous relationship Their son, Cameron Carter, was born in 2009.
I had a pregnancy that wasn't private. A lot of people had their opinions about it. Were surprised that I came up pregnant, which was a surprise to me because I'm a woman and women get pregnant. Lauren comes first before the actress. So having my son was the best thing that ever happened to me.
My child is going to be 4 years old. In a minute, he'll be 10. In another minute, he'll be 15 and then 20. And nobody will really care what we're doing. But we will still have to raise this child together.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is cool. What we do is cool. At the end of the day, it's all stripped down and we are parents. That is all. And we will be parents to my child, to our child, for however many years God will have us on this earth.
Her and Nipsey Hussle met in 2013 and was in a long-term relationship. They have a son named Cross, born in 2016. Lauren London dated Nipsey Hussle until his unexpected death in 2019 at the age of 33 years old. He was killed outside his own store, the Marathon Clothing Store in Los Angeles. Y'all, I could just imagine how she felt. Lord, I don't wish that on anyone. Not only did she lose the love of her life, but her son lost his father, who was meant to be there to raise him and experience those precious times in his life. For you all that is watching that lost a partner, baby father, or husband, please know that I am so sorry for your loss and I am giving you a virtual hug.
Once Hustle passed, I was just like, what the hell just happened here? But I feel like when I in alignment with God and with my higher self, then I'll have dreams about him or I'll see the signs. Where did we first meet and what did I think of you the first time we met?
She was head over heels sprung from day one.
And
we
you got this
met.
wrong.
We met, you know what I'm saying? For the first time in person on Crenshaw and Slauson at my store.
Yes, but what did I think?
What did you say you thought, or what did I think
what do you
thought?
think I think? I
Thought you was head over heels, committed and ready to roll. You know what I'm saying?
Right, so you got half of that right. It was on Crenshaw and Slauson, and
that's
I
the
thought
part
he
you
was
got
very
right.
tall.
That's what you said. Yeah, you thought I was tall.
Like, he's tall. We rode around LA. It was our first date, yeah. You know, we also first met eyes at the Marathon store on Crenshaw and Slauson. So, I think more than like places in LA, I think it's Cross that is a constant reminder of what we had.
Yeah. I see.
Our son.
Yeah, I see. It's crazy because there isn't a better collab than children, to be honest. Because then you're still reminded and you still see the isms of like, oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Ermias is right there.
Oh my gosh. So deep into that little boy.
So tell everyone, who Nipsey Hussle was to you.
Well, to me, he was one of my greatest teachers. And he was he was safe. He was like my safe space. And he encouraged me. He saw things in me that I was afraid to see. And with him not being physically here, it pushes me to do all the things he told me to do, to pursue all the things he told me I had inside of me. I want to do them now when I used to be too afraid to do them.
So he's like motivating you from the other side.
For sure. A lot of my, yes, 1,000%. A lot of my inspiration comes from him.
Even though she faced a deep loss, but her strength and determination to keep going inspired so many people.
We have fear of people dying, so we don't want to face it yet until it's in our face. You don't know till it's at your front door. I always say the front row at the funeral is different. You know, when you have to sit on, like, I've been at a lot of funerals.
I bet.
I've never sat front row at one. That's different.
What does that do to you?
Shift your perspective on life. You know what I mean? Make you see not only that is life short, but that it's a gift, and because everyone's time is so different, what am I doing with this gift?
And then there's a whole other thing about it that we're not prepared for, just in dealing with it. Like,
it's the 3 years. It's the 3 years later, Tim, for me that I feel really kicks in. The 5 years later, like,
what is that?
Because at first you're in shock. And then there's a lot of attention and love around you. And then people get back to their lives. And then now you're like, well, how do I get back to my life when it's shifted so much? And then what does life look like for me now? And then you're like rebirthing. Then someone dies and now you're in a rebirth. But you're in the rebirth. And that's weird.
And then people kind of start going away.
People, yeah, they live their lives.
Yeah.
Then they start talking bad about you again. They don't give a fuck about you no more.
Who is talking bad
no,
about
I'm just
you?
saying,
Tell me
anybody.
right now.
No. Anybody.
Who did it?
No one did anything. But you know what I mean? They're like, oh, I've never really have functioned in self-love. Wow. I've never really functioned in self-acceptance. And this is my time to learn what that is. You know, I need to learn who I am outside of my trauma, from the childhood trauma, then the, adult trauma. I need to really know what it feels like to be in, sovereignty with me. And that's the space that I'm in, and I know that. And I'm okay with that. And that's just is what it is.
She is steady pushing forward in her acting career and continues to honor Nipsey's legacy.
How did you find the courage to go back to work? Because you have been through stuff, and I wonder sometimes when people's lives are forever altered, how do they get up in the morning? How do they go on with their day? How do you do it?
Every day is different. And so some days you don't want to. You just want to lay there. My big reason is my children, because they do deserve a really happy mom, and they deserve joy, and they deserve a house that has music playing and incense going and light coming in the windows, and they deserve that. And, when you lose someone, they're on the other side wanting you to continue life as well. So I just always think about what I know Nip would want me to do and what I know my children deserve and what I deserve too. My kids they come first. So that's the North Star for me. If it doesn't surround them and their schedule, I just don't do it. But balancing that, I'm going to be honest, I'm just doing the best that I can. It is not the easiest thing in the world to do. And I do have to say no to a lot of things because my son might have a baseball game, and I'm a single mom. So, I got to be there for everything, and I want to be there for everything. So that's right. Shout out to the single mom. My spirit comes first.
Absolutely.
So I have to take care of that first. And a lot of that is why I'm so low.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I am very fragile, like all of us. And everyone's like, oh, you have to have tough skin. I don't really know too many people with tough skin.
Right.
I think we're all very fragile.
Absolutely.
So I have to protect my space and my spirit so that I can go out and work and give it my all and be creative and artistic and all of that.
Her charm and down-to-earth personality have really made her a fan favorite. One of the main reasons people love Lauren is because she is so genuine and always stayed true to herself and her values.
So authenticity is you can't go buy that. You got to be that.
At the age of 40, she looks so good. The way she holds it together, being strong for herself and her kids during the tough time of losing her partner Nipsey Hussle is truly something special. The love and bravery she shows each day shine as an inspiration of hope for so many people going through a similar situation.
And I've experienced pure love. I am not without pure love. I might not ever be married, but I experience pure love. And that's with
You
Nip.
experience it now.
With Nip. I got that. I got to see that on Earth.
Woo.
I don't need to do that again. I like to feel enlightenment with God. Jeremy is the love of my life. You know what it is? Grief is the final act of love. My heart hears you. I feel you everywhere. I'm so grateful that I had you. I love you beyond this earth. And until we meet again, the marathon continues.
Wanna be the one with a new relationship with you.
Reagan Gomez's career really shows off her versatility and talent, not to mention the mark she made in both TV and film, landing the memorable role of Zaria Peterson in The Parenthood. She has shown a real dedication to her craft. Her role as Zaria really put her on the map and gave young African American viewers someone to look up to. She really brought a lot of authenticity and depth to the character, which made Zaria Peterson one of the most beloved characters of the 90s. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how iconic she was? Reagan Gomez Preston was born on April 24th, 1980 in Detroit, Michigan. She has a Puerto Rican mom and an African American dad.
I'm Black.
Absolutely.
I'm Black. The Gomez comes from, I do have Puerto Rican in my family, so
Okay.
that's where the Gomez comes from.
Her family moved to Philadelphia when she was young, and that's where she first got into performing arts and really found her passion for it. She attended Philadelphia Freedom Theater, one of the oldest African American theaters in the United States. She started her incredible journey into acting, gaining essential skills and building a solid foundation, all while developing a deep appreciation for the arts. Reagan's parents divorced, and she moved from Philadelphia to Los Angeles with her mom and brother so she could pursue an acting career. At just 14 years old, Reagan started her acting career in the iconic WB sitcom The Parenthood, playing the role of Zaria Peterson.
We're all trapped here. This is horrible.
Zaria, you just have to make the best of this. Ladies, why don't you get on the phone and call your parents and let them know that you're okay?
And tell them how much fun we're having.
The show ran from 1995 to 1999 and focused on an African American family navigating everyday challenges, all while mixing in humor and valuable life lessons. Zaria came across as a well-rounded person. She was smart, had a great sense of humor, could be a bit headstrong, and occasionally showed her rebellious side. Just like any typical teenager, she was just your average teenager navigating the ups and downs of school, family life, and the excitement of finding her own way towards independence. She was super relatable and really resonated with many viewers, navigating through those same life phases. Reagan brought Zaria to life with her amazing charisma, making her such a fan favorite.
You have no right to put your hands on any girl no matter what she's wearing.
Please, I ain't trying to hear all that.
You better try to hear it. No means no, and you better respect that or your butt can wind up in jail.
What's with you, huh? You dress like that and you get mad when the brother get hot?
Well, I'm sorry, brother. If you're that hot, maybe you need some cooling off.
Zaria Peterson really became a fashion and beauty icon for so many fans, down to her natural hairstyles, her clothes, her personality. Her style in general really became a big part of her identity, showing off her uniqueness. This was really significant for her character and truly inspired many African American women and girls who saw their own style and identity reflected on screen. Zaria Peterson is that girl, okay?
Now, when we talk about black sitcom baddies, we need to talk about her because her hair was fire every episode. Reagan Gomez did her thing as Zaria Peterson, and we about to get into some of her looks, honey. I really feel like we should bring those iconic updos back. Like, they were literally art. Like, the half up, half downs were going crazy, honey. Her hairstyles were like over the top, but they never looked a mess. It was really the creativity for me, honey. And even when she kept it simple, it was still a slayage to the look. It's crazy how beautiful my sisters are. Like, look at that. She don't even have to do much. Just a little bit of lip gloss. Maybe her eyebrows done. We don't even know, but it's just gorgeous. Even her curly ponytails. Imagine having your foot on a girl's neck for 5 seasons straight. Because that's exactly what she did. I wonder about a mini crimps went out of style. Because that was such a look. I would get some, but I wouldn't even know where to get the crimper at. Honey, when I say the beauty crew were going ham, they was probably been there like, how are we going to outdo the last hairstyle? Like the things she was doing with her natural hair. Reagan is literally the half up, half down queen. Them crimp bobs was pressure. I'm telling you, we bringing the mini crimps back. Like them crinkles was crinkling. I hope whoever was doing her hair is doing good. And if it was her, girl, you a legend. This look still has me in a chokehold. I remember when Foxy Brown did it, I'm like, yes, girl. Literally the definition of black girl magic. Like, you gotta think about how simple these looks are, and she just really snapping. The swag in the 90s was literally calm, pretty flex. Reagan crawled so these other girls could walk. They don't know. Like, I just know my aunties and my mom was out there just trying to copy all her hairstyles. Because if I was alive, I know I would have. And let's get into the fact that Reagan is still looking good as hell. One thing about black, baby, it don't crack. Reagan, girl, you are a legend. Icon, and you're beautiful as hell.
Out as a kid from Detroit. Father in the medical field, mom in the police department. How in the world do you end up on the Parenthood at age 14?
Well, I mean, my mother is the creative. She went to Cass High School, which is a performing arts high school. It's very famous in Detroit. Aaliyah went there. A lot of famous people. I think Aretha Franklin went there.
Ooh.
So it's like one of those schools. So my mom was the creative. And when we moved to Philly, I became a member of Freedom Theater, which is a prestigious, historic Black theater program in Philadelphia. Erica Alexander went there, Boys to Men. That's where I learned my acting chops. And then Philly is right next to New York. So I started working and it was the summer I graduated 8th grade. I'd been doing so well in New York. My mom was like, let's go to LA for the summer to see what happens. And I wound up booking the Parenthood that summer. And we moved to LA that summer.
Reagan kept expanding her career after the Parenthood. She went on to act in many TV shows and movies.
What's your name, girl?
Busy. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. It's only vodka.
She landed one of her first big movie roles in the comedy Freaky Friday, really showcasing her talent as an actress. She was also featured in movies like Love Don't Cost a Thing.
We will rise. Despite our fears inside.
Carmen, Never Die Alone, Dysfunctional Friends, and Beauty Shop. TV shows like Cousin Skeeter, Moesha, The Amanda Show, 101, and That 70s Show.
We're in Wisconsin, so nothing.
Well, I'm going to this party. It's in a stinky basement. They'll have a stolen keg.
I'm in.
Cool.
Reagan was also a voice actress for Roberta on The Cleveland Show.
Don't worry about it.
Damn! Was there a sale on abs or something? I started voice acting in the first place because when I was, pregnant with my daughter, I wanted to do voice acting, and I thought that would be the perfect time to start. It took me a while to get a voiceover agent, which was kind of funny looking back, but people have always told me that my voice was like people remembered, and everyone's always like, you're so real, you're so personable, but I'm like, that's who I am in real life. Like that's me. Like I'm trying to figure out what to cook for dinner, I'm trying to figure out what to make, how to do my daughter's hair and all kind of regular stuff that people go through. So I mean, it's crazy when people say you're just like me. I am just like you.
And appeared on the cover of magazines. Reagan was out here grinding and doing her thing. Okay, her beautiful self appeared in music videos, including No Bet Your Love.
Had to hook up for real. More headaches and stress cause of child.
Sorry 2004 by Ruben Studdard.
Yeah, I'ma take this one chance and make it real clear.
And Whatever You Like by T.I.
Here you go.
Reagan is married to her husband, and they have been together since 1999. They have 2 children together, a daughter born in 2007 and a son born in 2011.
So I was actually dating my husband. Both of y'all know my husband, but we were actually dating when I was on Parenthood, and I'm very thankful that the blogs and all of that were not around back then, but we were like each other's high school. Like my husband was a music producer. He was modeling big time at the time for like Vogue and Versace and all that. So we were this cute little, Hollywood teen couple, doing teen things. And when Parenthood ended, I was on my own at 17, 18. I had my first place, and we were just like, why not? Let's just, start our family. We didn't have our daughter until 7 years later, but we really, really enjoyed that time. And then, we had our daughter and we got to enjoy her. We had our son, and that's what I do. Like, I've never really been the one that's like out and about. I'm always home. I'm always low key. I'm very down to earth and real. I don't have a nanny, never had a nanny. I'm a legit soccer mom. Would I advise people who are young to get married? No, but at the same time, adults aren't really doing too well at marriage either with the divorce rate that it is. So who am I to say what you should or what you shouldn't do when it comes to love?
And she owns her own business and production company. Okay, snap, snap, snap.
Now you have your own production company, right? What are some passion projects that you are working on currently right now?
Well, I'm doing a lot of I was telling Jeff, I've been working on 3 projects for maybe the last 2 years. That's another part of the business. You see things when it comes out, but if you are the creator of it, and if you are Black, and if you are a woman, it is very, very difficult on the other end to even that point. So a lot of the work is unseen, but I'm very excited about the things that I'm working on.
For like the younger kids out there, they kind of know me from like Love Don't Cost a Thing and movies that I did later on in my career. And also it's nice for people to kind of discover who I am, because most folks just know me as a mom and a wife, you know, so I do act a little bit on the side. So that's nice. It's nice to get dressed up again and get on a red carpet again. So I'm happy to be here.
Reagan Gomez Preston is a true icon and she deserves her flowers. Y'all better put respect on her name because she is that girl. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.